announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening, and they've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. And you people are victims of it, too. You know, you're reporters, and I understand a lot of you tend to be on the liberal side, but you don't want to get mugged and raped and shot and killed. And you all know people and friends of yours that happened. And so you can be anything you want, but you want to have safety in the streets. You want to be able to leave your apartment or your house where you live and feel safe and go into a store to buy a newspaper or buy something.
Shalom Israel, real quick video.
Shalom, shalom, Yahshua Allah. Want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashiv, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashirah Kadash, which in the Petty Hebrew tongue is the correct names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the Apostle Elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you, sister brothers, living in this truth, and shalom to you, brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Shalom. Now, as you just heard from your president, Donald Trump, he's going for Yahshua Allah. He's saying that the crime is bad in D.C., and he's going to use federal agents, National Guard, pretty much any military force he can get at his disposal. He's going to use to clean up the crime, which they say the crime is down. He's really talking about he's going to jump on the southern tribe of Judah. Because what is Washington, D.C. full of? Everybody tells me it's full of Jakes. So this devil wants to clean that up and gentrify it. And he also waging war on the homeless. Being homeless is now a crime in Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America. So the scripture's coming to life, man. This second Esdras, chapter 15 coming to life. And we're looking at it, man. This devil's bloodthirsty. That was bloodthirst in Donald Trump's talk, man. And it's all about, you go to it. Let's go to Psalms chapter 37 and verse 14. It says, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. So that's Donald Trump. Basically, he's drawn out the sword. And what's the sword? Is these military troops, the National Guard, ICE agents, Department of Homeland Security, or whatever little militia group he about to add up and make up. That's what that is. And what the Lord say? Hey, bent the bow to cast down the poor and needy. So that goes into the Israelites, because we're the poor and needy. We don't really have any institutions that's worth anything in Babylon the Great. That's why we got to go to Esau, Edom for everything we need. Even the millionaires, the entertainers, they got to go to Esau's football facilities, basketball facilities. They got to go to his arenas to perform their comedy, or his studios to do their acting and stuff. And that's most of your Rick Jakes are entertainers, and they still don't have nothing. So that shows we are the poor and needy. And majority of Yahshua is poor. And the scripture is so spot on. Even Edomites are poor now. That's why this war gonna kick off, man. I believe through the Spirit, how it's really gonna kick off is gonna be Edomite versus Edomite, civil war. It's gonna be rich versus the poor. Because who's really mad about this is the poor Edomite. Jake, we make a way. We make $1 out of 15 cents. The poor Edomite can't take it. And I'm going to show you a clip on that. Everybody is protesting against Donald Trump because of all the wickedness he's doing, all these unrighteous decrees. And he's going to use military powers to quell the uprisings and the civil unrest. That's what he's going to do. You don't say nothing bad about Donald Trump. If you do, he's sending troops to your door. And if you are a Israelite or some other little heathen minority, you get deported. That's how the devil getting down. And they deporting now. When this thing really heat up and kick up and get to that point, they just going to start laying you out. They're going to put you in a concentration camp. And if you refuse to go to concentration camp, they're going to lay you out. And if you ain't got the Spirit of the Lord covering you, then that's just going to be your judgment. So I believe through the Spirit, Yasharallah, that we're on the verge of civil war. Trump is taking it to places I've never seen in my lifetime before. No president has ever done the stuff that he's doing in my lifetime. In the past 40 years, no president is doing what Donald Trump is doing. He's basically waging war against the public, the American citizens. If you're poor, if you ain't got no money, hey, we cleared the block. And let me show you how they protest. They protested him here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I seen that sword too, Yasharallah. I went to the Old Muggy Rodeo, where I dropped somebody off at the Old Muggy Rodeo this past weekend. Big military presence, Yasharallah. All kinds of police everywhere. Probably about 200 police cars. They had the police and they military get up. They've been military funded. They had their little, the gear on with the helmet, the vest, the AR-15. They look like the SWAT teams, what they look like. So this thing is here. I've seen it with my own eyes. Like, hey, they get ready to, jump on Yasharallah, which is Paleo-Hebrew for Israel. So no further ado, let's get a clip of the uprisings. All these people up here fighting and protesting Donald Trump.
Screaming protesters are taking over the Capitol as Trump removes the homeless. And these protesters are actually fighting each other, imploding on themselves. They're so angry, they're fighting each other.
The president took to social media Sunday, warning homeless people in the nation's capital to leave immediately.
He says he has a plan for the city's, quote, beautification.
President Trump says he's unveiling a new plan for Washington, D.C. today. All of this follows threats to assert more federal control over our nation's capital. In his announcement, he said, quote, the homeless have to move out immediately. He also promised to give homeless people places to stay, but that it would be far from the capital.
Wow.
It's unclear at this point what the president's plan includes,
Sounds like they're
but a
getting
source
deported.
says he's been sending FBI agents on patrol with local officers.
We've got to get the mayor to run this city properly. This city has to be run. I have the right to take it over.
He probably should. Things are really bad in D.C., but the people...
So, as you just seen that, Yasharallah, he's going after the poor. If you're poor in America, and then look, check out how this wicked system is so wicked. The rent is through the roof, groceries through the roof. Everything makes you broke in this wicked society. And then you get penalized being broke because you're labeled a criminal if you ain't got nowhere to stay. And what it is, it's all that order out of chaos. Like my Akbayan always say, order out of chaos. They make you broke. Then you ain't got no place to live. You're a criminal. And what they're going to do with you then? Put you in a concentration camp. And then they're going to offer you an MOTB in order to stay. The mark of the beast. And if you refuse that mark of the beast, they're going to seek to unalive you. And this is where we're at. This is where we're at. This is the start of it. I heard he want to send troops to Oakland. They got troops in LA already fighting with the northern tribe, Issachar and Ephraim, which is Mexican and Puerto Rican. They're fighting. And it's just really, really going live, man. Matter of fact, I think I might show a video on that, but might keep it moving. You can see it on TikTok, man. The protest, the civil unrest is at an all-time high. People are banging. People are angry, upset. Bills are going up. Donald Trump didn't deliver on nothing he said he was going to do. And the Edomites are angry. So some of them being paid to protest, which got agent provocateurs. And then some people are protesting because they ain't got nothing else to do. They ain't got nowhere to go. They lost everything. You got job layoffs going on. We're in the beginning of sorrows. And when the system no longer helps the people, especially the Edomites, when I say Edomites, I'm talking about the so-called white people, they're the Edomites of the scriptures, then they're going to fight back against their system because they feel like the country is supposed to accommodate them. This is their country. You're supposed to uplift white people and then downgrade everybody else. And that's not happening right now. Right now, the poor Edomites, the working class, they're getting trampled right now. Because the heathens and Yasharallah has experience in being poor. They don't. They're used to their system taking care of them, and now it's not doing it anymore. So now he just gonna use the troops to smash him out. And I got an article on that too. Let's get it. And check out this dude is doing, man. This dude is straight, like the apostles call him Nero. You know, that Caesar. That did wickedness, man. And he's doing the same thing. So check it out. It says Trump team looking to create squad of 600 soldiers ready to deploy at moment's notice to quash civil unrest. So the Trump administration considering plans to create a squad of 600 National Guard soldiers who would be ready to deploy into U.S. cities to tackle civil unrest. As part of the Domestic Civil Disturbance Quick Reaction Force. Repeat that, they got a name for it. It's called the Domestic Civil Disturbance Quick Reaction Force. So you're not going to be able to protest against Trump too much longer. He's going to deploy these troops, and these ain't nothing but racist, hardcore Edomites. They want to unalive the children of Israel. They're going to be full of them. Because he done took applications for that squad. He got like over 100,000 applicants. And you know, them ain't nothing but Edomites that want to, shoot a Jake. That's all it is. It says troops will be equipped with weapons and riot gear ready to deploy within an hour under the proposals, which could cost hundreds of millions of dollars, according to documents reviewed by the Washington Post. It says troops will be split in half with 300 stationed at headquarters in Alabama, a bunch of Jakes in Alabama, and 300 Arizona, according to the newspaper. The plans under consideration follow President Donald Trump's dispatch of the National Guard to the streets of Washington, D.C. in a bid to crack down on what he says is out-of-control violent crime. Trump deployed the National Guard to Los Angeles after protests flared up in June against the administration's anti-immigration agenda. That Los Angeles decision has now been debated in a courtroom after California Governor Gavin Newsom sued the Trump administration over the move. Look, Esau divided. The Edomite in California sued him, and they're bickering, they fighting. Because the California, senator is like, hey, man, I don't need all this heat, man. You messing things up. We can keep the money going if you just leave everything be. But Donald Trump is under the pressure that Benjamin Netanyahu is under. Israeli's prime minister. He caught in a scandal. He got to create war. So people quit talking about them Epstein files. So he don't care what Gavin and Newsom got to say in California. He like, man, you ain't running your state right. So I'm sending in troops to establish order. And it's all they're going to do is create chaos, man. The people going to fight back. They're fighting back now. So people talking about, oh, man, they're not going to do that. This ain't going on. It's happening right now. You just ain't paying attention. And I'm just waiting for the first gunshots to ring out. Right now they're fighting, hand-to-hand, throwing rocks, beer bottles. I'm waiting for them guns to come out. That's 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and 15. And it is cooking up to that. Because I done heard a lot of Jakes in D.C. say they ain't going nowhere. So this look like it's about to be a fight. This dude is waging war on USA soil using military troops, National Guard, ICE, Homeland Security. He using all that military power. And I'll put this in the comment section if I remember it, because I want to get back to the scriptures. Because Esau, man, this chapter 37 is hitting hard, man. When you go to Psalms 37 and 12, it says, the wicked plotted against the just and gnash upon him with his teeth. We about to see that, man. 2/3 about to get mashed up by that weaponry that Esau Edom got. See, the Edomites, the elites, they want a all-white country. The children of Israel numbers have exploded out of control. So the devil's making up lies, using propaganda, talking about all this crime. There's crime over here. All this crime. We got to clean D.C. up. using that slander so he can bring in troops and he get to just mowing people down. So this is Esau wanting that blood of Yasharallah. We're in the midst of that. In the midst of that. Now, no, by no means should we be scared of that. Because of what? I'm going to bring up Psalms 37:7 says, rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. So that's the Lord talking to us, to saying to wait patiently for him. And to fret not means don't be scared. And because he said, him that prospereth in the way. Who prospers real good? Esau, he the so-called white man. He don't prosper real good off of the fall of Yasharallah. And Esau does bring wicked devices to pass. That's all Esau do, is make wicked stuff. You got AI data centers drinking up all the water. That's the devil just destroying everything. But like the scriptures say, let's get to, I want they to say the source and enter into his own heart. Yeah, you go to Psalms 37 and verse 15. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and the bow shall be broken. And that's going to happen, Lord willing. We are those men. Because the sword shall enter his own heart means that the military Esau pulled out, all that stuff is going to fall back on him. Because the Lord got a secret military too of sleeper cells, man. 144,000 is just waiting to be activated. Waiting to get at Esau Edom. So that it look like the temperature of what I'm seeing, y'all, is war. Especially let these tariffs keep hitting and these prices keep getting out of control. Oh man, it's gonna be war. And I knew it too, because all you gotta do to piss off a Babylonian, or American, is mess with the money. And that's what Trump is doing right now. He's messing up the money, man. Everything is high. People is homeless. And what is he doing? He's saying, hey, let's just put them in a wagon and unalive them. Or they can be chip bait. One or the other. But he's scooping up Jake easily. And pretty much we're in Jacob's trouble. We're in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble. We're there. What's that? Jeremiah 30:7. This is the beginning of Jacob's trouble. So they're going to fight, the American system is going to fight its own U.S. citizens. Because us, Yasharallah, the southern tribe, Judah, we've been here for generations, man. We've been here. So ain't no, oh, I'm going to take you back to Africa. We've been here for a couple of generations. So I'm looking like, I hope your machinery's up to par, because hey, Jake a whole menace. Southern tribe Judah, a whole menace, Yasharallah. So this devil's about to struggle with this, man. And that's what everybody talking about now. He accomplished that goal. Ain't nobody talking about Epstein files as much no more. And everybody talking about the war he's raging on American people. I just wait for this dude to do like an airstrike or something on American soil. And if he do that, the military is going to split. They gonna be like, man, this dude ain't right. He shouldn't be the president. He done did what? Oh, no. No. So this thing about to get juicy, Yasharallah. Real juicy. And I had Jake tell me, they ain't gonna come after us. Man, they coming after Jake in D.C., man. Yes, they are. And they just trying to devise and make sure the plan is solid and good so they don't lose too many resources. But they are going to attack Yasharallah, no matter where an Israelite is at. They coming for you. And you better be locked in this truth. You better have the Lord with you in order to make it out of this. Because it is crazy, man. I think I might show that. Let me see. Let me see if I got it, Yasharallah. Because I done got hip to the game. When I see some good stuff on TikTok that I know they're going to take off, I'll record it. That way, if they scrub it off of TikTok, I'm like, too late. I got it. So check this out, what they doing in L.A., Yasharallah. See, I said that was a police car coming down the way, and the citizens was kicking and throwing birds at the beer cans at the police car. So that's them. This is happening. Let's go get that. We'll leave off with that. I didn't think I was gonna show that, but man, that's showing you they really going at it, man. And you got people talking about, nah, they not gonna do that. They not about to fight, man. Maybe your fat butt ain't gonna fight, but some people about to get out there and act a fool. Some being paid, some just want to follow other people to do wickedness. So let's check it out. This second address, 15 and 15 says, for the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people stand to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Verse 16, for there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions to stand in their power. So that was them not regarding, the police right there. The police had no authority. I done seen ICE get beat up. So Donald Trump had to pump money into, the military infrastructure, ICE. And really, this devil, if you think about it, y'all sure, this devil got his own military strike force. You heard what he get? He got to get a squad of 600 troops. I've never heard that before, a president getting his own personal military. And the Edomites, the rich ones, they're allowing it. They are allowing Donald Trump to do all this, what he's doing. And you know what Donald Trump is doing? Which, I ain't got a problem with it. He's destroying Babylon the Great, Yashrala. Little do they know, he's not making Babylon the Great great again. He's not making America great again. He's destroying America. He's destroying the Constitution. And now he's about to put troops on the street. And all it takes is one of them troops to unalive somebody's family or loved one. And what you think they're going to do? The people have guns. That's what the government is not really. I don't think they got their mind wrapped around it yet. Right now, people being docile. The Northern Tribe being docile. Right now, people kind of, it's still kind of, they call themselves just angry protesting. But say if one of them ICE agents or federal agents or whatever he got, shoot somebody, say if it's a child. Man, that whole block about to come out there with their guns, and it's going to be a shootout. Babylon Great is about to be a war zone real soon. We don't have too much longer to go. So get your house in order. Get your life in order. Get in this truth, because it's about to really go down. I can see when this getting big, they might just cut the lights out. Cut the internet off. So people can't talk to each other and be coordinated. That's a move I can see them doing, Yashrala. They just cut the lights out. And then maybe that quell the uprising. I don't think it will. I think they gonna come out with they torches and flashlights. Man, these people are upset. And the working class Edomites are upset, man. They lose and they broke. I know some Edomites in my job make more than when I make an hour, but because of their cost of living, they doing worse than me. And they are not happy. They truly believed in Donald Trump. And now they saying that he played them. I notice Edomites are starting to wake up to that. Only a couple of them, though. Some of them are still on that Kool-Aid, like, he gonna fix it. And then some is like, oh, this dude played me. And like I knew, Yashua, ain't nothing worse than feel like you got played. And then mess with Babylonians' money. That will make people riot. I knew Babylon Great would never riot unless the money got messed with. And Donald Trump done messed the money up. Well, it's been messed up. He just making it worse, doing that tariff stuff. That wasn't gonna work. Other countries don't respect Babylon the Great America. They don't. They got bricks, man. They trade with each other. They don't give a damn what America do. That's why that was the dumbest move ever. That's why Esau Edom's wisdom is gone. The scriptures are undefeated, man. I see so many precepts coming to pass. It's just like, I'm like, yeah, we there. That's why I got my spiritual bags packed, Yashrala, because it's time to go home. These devils is cooked. And they about to lash out because they know they cooked. And Jake still kind of, still got it somewhat going on. And Esau don't like that. You know how jealous and envious these people are. Jake, they're like, Jake over there doing good. Jake got this, Jake got that. I ain't got nothing. And not right. And not right. The rednecks talk. They gonna get the shotgun, boom, Bob. We're going nigger hunting. Woohoo! They got to do that. And then Trump giving them a place to do that. You can sign up for his little military force. And you already know Trump giving them the green light to unalive Jakes. You already know, Yashrala. So everything is set in place. And with that being said, we not scared either, man. We like Esau, bring it on, because that's when that standard gets lifted. So This is that birth pains. You know, the woman giving birth, she going through them contractions and it hurt. We got to go through that hurt, man. This do have to be that hurt that we got to go through. It's happening. You know, but once you go through the hurt, the blood, and push through all the pain, then what? Joy. And that's going to be like the kingdom of heaven for us. We got to go through the drama. Pray the Lord he keep us. And for us men, we can become hunters, man. Because I pray for that. I pray for that, y'all, Charlotte. I want to hunt Esau down. Because the atrocities they're doing, it must be stopped. It must be stopped. So with that being said, you know, I hope this is informative. I hope it's edifying. I want to say Kwam Yashar Allah. Hey, and stay locked in because Yahweh Shah is quickly on the way. Shalom.